Your energy is your currency, your time is your treasure, and your thoughts are your fortress. But what if I told you that the way to unlock success isn't just about what you give, but what you never share? What you guard defines your greatness. Let me show you how. There's a famous saying, "Not everything that is known needs to be said." In a world that thrives on oversharing, we often mistake openness for connection and transparency for strength. But true power lies in discernment, choosing what to share and, more importantly, what to keep sacred. Today I'll unveil the 5 things you should never share if you want to protect your growth, your peace and your purpose. These aren't just rules, they are principles that can transform how you navigate life. Your next move, protect your vision like a seed. When you embark on a new journey, whether it's a business venture, personal goal or creative project, it is natural to feel excitement and want to share it with others. However, prematurely revealing your next move can expose you to unnecessary risks, distractions and even sabotage. Imagine your goal as a seed you plant in the ground. When it is just starting to sprout, it is vulnerable. The conditions must be right for it to grow. Too much exposure to the outside world, negative influences, or even well-intentioned opinions can stunt its growth before it has a chance to flourish. By sharing your plans too soon, you open yourself up to the judgments and skepticism of others. People who may not understand or support your vision will often attempt to project their own fears and limitations onto you. Even if they don't intend to do so maliciously, their doubts can seep into your subconscious and affect your confidence. This is why it's crucial to protect your ideas in the early stages, allowing them to develop without being weighed down by negativity or concern about others' opinions. When you speak about your next move before it's fully formed, you risk losing focus and clarity. Instead of putting all your energy into execution, you might find yourself defending your choices or questioning your direction. The reality is, not everyone who asks you about your plans or shows interest in your vision is doing so from a place of genuine support. Some people may be envious of your ambitions or may even feel threatened by your potential. By guarding your plans until they're fully realized, you avoid exposing yourself to unnecessary vulnerability. You don't need to justify your dreams to anyone, especially not when they are still in the process of being shaped. Think of it as cultivating a precious garden. The seed you've planted needs the right conditions to thrive, and you must give it time and care before you allow the world to see it. In the early stages of building anything, whether it's a career, a relationship or a personal transformation, it's important to stay focused on the work, not the opinions of others. The more you share, the more external noise you invite into your process. External validation can be a dangerous distraction that leads you to chase approval rather than pursue what you truly want. Instead, let your actions and results speak for themselves when the time is right. Keep your vision close, work diligently, and trust that once your plan is strong and mature, it will be clear to the world what you accomplished. As the great inventor Nikola Tesla once said, "The present is theirs. The future for which I have really worked is mine." The future belongs to those who can protect their vision in silence and allow it to unfold without external interference. Keep your plans to yourself until they are so solid that no amount of skepticism or distraction can deter you from your path. Your income, financial privacy is wisdom, not secrecy. In a world where social media encourages people to flaunt their wealth, personal finances have become a subject of public curiosity. The rise of wealth culture and the constant showcasing of opulence can make it feel as though you're expected to share your financial status with the world. However, when it comes to your income, the importance of keeping this private cannot be overstated. Your income is deeply personal and disclosing it too readily can lead to unexpected consequences. First, sharing your income can invite unwanted comparison. Society has a way of measuring success through financial terms. When you share how much money you earn or how much you accumulated, people will often compare your situation to their own. The problem with comparison is that it's inherently toxic. It leads to dissatisfaction, envy, and unnecessary competition. Your financial journey is uniquely yours, and comparing it to someone else's is not only unproductive, it's damaging. No two paths are the same. Success is not a universal formula, it's deeply individualized. Keeping your income private helps you focus on your own goals without being distracted by the financial achievements of others. Moreover, when you share your income, you open yourself up to unsolicited advice, opinions, and sometimes even resentment. People who feel financially insecure or jealous might project their own fears and judgments onto you. They may tell you how to manage your money, where you should invest, or even how you should spend it. While well-meaning, this advice is often based on their limited understanding or experience. The best financial decisions are the ones you make for yourself based on your values, goals, and circumstances. Allowing others to dictate your financial choices compromises your independence and often leads to confusion and stress. Another important reason to keep your income private is to protect yourself from envy. Money is often tied to perceptions of success, and when you expose your financial status, you may unintentionally trigger jealousy in others. This can lead to strained relationships, unrealistic expectations, and even people trying to take advantage of your success. Financial privacy protects you from these dynamics and ensures that your success doesn't become a source of resentment or ill will. Furthermore, when you keep your financial situation private, it allows you to maintain your peace of mind. Sharing your income can cause others to expect more from you, whether it's financial help, advice, or material gifts. People may assume that because you make a certain amount of money, you have an obligation to share it. Keeping your financial situation private shields you from these demands and allows you to manage your money according to your priorities. In the end, financial privacy is not about secrecy, it's about wisdom. Your income is personal and no one has the right to impose expectations on you based on how much you make. By protecting this information, you maintain control over your financial life and create a healthy boundary that protects your well-being. Your financial worth should never be tied to the opinions or expectations of others. Keep your income private and focus on what truly matters: building wealth that aligns with your values and creating a stable, secure future for yourself and your loved ones. Your family problems. Healing is private, not public. Family is meant to be a source of comfort, support, and love. But like any relationship, it can experience moments of conflict, pain, or tension. It's inevitable that families go through difficult times, but how you handle these issues can determine not only the health of your family but also the level of external judgment and interference you invite into your lives. Sharing family problems with others, especially in public or with people who are not part of the issue, can have serious consequences, damaging both your family's internal dynamics and your reputation. When you discuss family issues publicly, You expose the private struggles of those closest to you. This creates vulnerability not just for you but for everyone involved. Your family members may not want their personal struggles aired out in the open for others to comment on, judge or gossip about. Discussing these matters with the wrong people can lead to a breakdown of trust within the family. If family members feel their personal issues are being shared outside of the family unit, it can create feelings of betrayal, embarrassment and resentment. This erodes the foundation of trust that family relationships are built upon. Furthermore, sharing family problems with others opens the door for unnecessary outside opinions and advice. While some people may have good intentions, their input is often based on limited understanding or a biased perspective. People who are not directly involved in the family issue might offer advice that is uninformed or unrealistic. They may not fully understand the dynamics of your family and could inadvertently make the situation worse by suggesting solutions that don't align with your family's values or needs. Additionally, airing family problems in public can attract unnecessary sympathy or pity. While it's natural to seek support during difficult times, there's a fine line between seeking help and oversharing. Too much exposure can paint your family in a negative light, and it can become difficult to repair the damage caused by this outside judgment. It's crucial to protect the privacy of your family struggles and focus on healing from within, without the distraction of external opinions or the risk of becoming the subject of gossip. In times of conflict, the most important thing is to create a safe space for healing. Rather than airing your grievances publicly, it's more productive to seek support from a trusted confidant or a professional who can help guide the family through its issues. Healing is a private matter that should not be subjected to the judgment of those who are not part of the process. Keep your family's problems in-house and work together to find solutions. Trust that by protecting your family's privacy, you are fostering a healthier environment for everyone involved. Ultimately, the key to healing is discretion and care. Family is sacred and its issues should be dealt with privately. When you keep these matters within the family, you give yourself and your loved ones the space to grow, resolve conflicts and heal without the interference of external forces. Your charitable acts. Let your actions speak for you. Charity is one of the most profound ways to touch lives and create a ripple effect of kindness and compassion in the world. Acts of generosity, whether they involve donating money, volunteering time, or simply offering a helping hand, reflect our shared humanity and our ability to make the world a better place. However, there is immense wisdom in keeping your charitable deeds private. Sharing them publicly, especially with the intention of receiving acknowledgement or validation, can diminish the sincerity of the act itself and shift the focus from the people you are helping to your own need for recognition. True charity is selfless. It's not about showing others how generous you are, it's about the difference you can make in someone's life, no matter how small or large that impact might be. When you boast about your charitable acts, whether online or in person, the emphasis can unintentionally shift from the cause to the person giving. Instead of encouraging others to focus on the need for change, you risk becoming the center of attention. This can undermine the very purpose of your contribution. Charity is not a performance, it's a quiet act of love, one that doesn't need an audience to have meaning. Another reason to keep your charitable acts private is that publicizing them can create a sense of obligation or pressure on others. When you announce how much you've donated, how many hours you volunteered, or the extent of your efforts, others may feel as if they must compete or prove their generosity. Not everyone can contribute at the same level, and some may feel inadequate when they compare themselves to what you've shared. This can discourage participation in charity altogether, as people may feel their contributions are not significant enough to make a difference. Additionally, making your charity public can lead to unintended consequences for yourself. When people know about your giving nature, you may attract individuals or organizations looking to exploit your generosity. Requests for donations, sponsorships or financial assistance may increase, and it can become difficult to discern between genuine need and opportunism. While it's important to help when you can, constantly being approached for assistance can lead to emotional exhaustion and financial strain. Keeping your charitable actions private protects you from these pressures and ensures that your giving remains a choice rather than a burden. Privacy also allows you to maintain control over the narrative surrounding your generosity. When your acts of kindness are known to others, they may misinterpret your intentions or question your motives. They might assume you're giving to enhance your reputation or to gain social status rather than out of genuine compassion. These assumptions can detract from the authenticity of your actions and create unnecessary scrutiny. By keeping your charitable deeds to yourself, you eliminate the risk of misunderstandings and preserve the purity of your intent. Furthermore, giving privately fosters humility and encourages a deeper connection to the act itself. When you give without expecting recognition, you free yourself from the constraints of ego and pride. The focus shifts entirely to the cause or the individual you are helping, allowing you to experience the true joy of giving. This kind of selfless charity is immensely rewarding as it aligns with the core values of empathy, kindness, and compassion. Charity is also a deeply personal experience. The causes you choose to support often reflect your values, beliefs, and life experiences. Sharing your contributions with others opens the door to judgment or criticism, especially if they don't align with someone else's priorities or perspectives. Keeping your charity private ensures that your giving remains a reflection of your personal convictions, untainted by outside opinions or expectations. At its core, charity is about making a difference, no matter how small. It's about giving with an open heart and without any strings attached. Whether you're donating to a cause, volunteering at a local shelter, or simply helping a neighbor in need, the impact of your generosity extends far beyond what can be measured or recognized. The ripple effect of kindness can inspire others to give in their own way, even if they never know about your specific contributions. To live a life of meaningful generosity, focus on the act itself rather than the acknowledgement it might bring. Let your charity speak through the lives you touch and the change you create. The most profound acts of kindness are often the ones that go unnoticed by the world, but are felt deeply by those who benefit from them. By keeping your charitable acts private, you ensure that they remain rooted in authenticity, compassion, and love. Your weaknesses. Share vulnerabilities only with the right people. Vulnerability is a double-edged sword. On one hand, it's a powerful way to connect with others, build trust, and foster genuine relationships. On the other hand, when shared with the wrong people or in the wrong context, it can leave you feeling exposed, judged, or even betrayed. While being open about your struggles can be a source of strength, it's crucial to understand that not every part of your life needs to be shared with everyone. Protecting your weaknesses is not about hiding who you are, it's about safeguarding your emotional well-being and ensuring that your vulnerability is met with compassion, not exploitation. When you share your weaknesses indiscriminately, you risk opening yourself up to judgment and criticism. Not everyone has the capacity to empathize with your struggles or respond with kindness. Some people may misunderstand your experiences, dismiss your feelings, or even use your vulnerabilities against you. This can lead to feelings of shame, regret, or isolation, making it harder for you to process your emotions and move forward. By being selective about who you confide in, you create a safe space where your feelings are validated and your healing is supported. Another reason to protect your vulnerabilities is that oversharing can dilute their significance. When you share your struggles with too many people, the emotional weight of those experiences can become fragmented. Instead of receiving meaningful support, you may be met with superficial advice or unhelpful comments. This can leave you feeling unheard or misunderstood, exacerbating the very challenges you were hoping to address. Sharing your weaknesses should be a meaningful exchange, one that fosters connection and growth, rather than a casual conversation that leaves you feeling empty. It's also important to recognize that not everyone has your best interests at heart. Unfortunately, there are people who may exploit your vulnerabilities for their own gain. They might use your struggles to manipulate you, spread gossip, or undermine your confidence. By keeping your weaknesses private, you protect yourself from these harmful dynamics and maintain control over your personal narrative. Sharing your vulnerabilities should be a deliberate and intentional act. It's about choosing the right people, those who have earned your trust and demonstrated their ability to support you without judgment. These are the individuals who will listen with empathy, offer constructive guidance, and stand by you as you work through your challenges. Trust is the foundation of meaningful vulnerability, and it should never be given lightly. In addition to protecting your emotional well-being, keeping your vulnerabilities private allows you to process them on your own terms. Self-reflection is a powerful tool for growth and healing. By taking the time to sit with your emotions, understand their origins, and identify potential solutions, you empower yourself to navigate your struggles with resilience and clarity. While seeking support is important, it's equally valuable to cultivate self-awareness and inner strength. Social media has also complicated the concept of vulnerability. In a culture that often glorifies oversharing, it can be tempting to broadcast your struggles for validation or sympathy. However, this can lead to a cycle of dependency on external approval, making it harder to find true healing. Vulnerability should be about authenticity, not performance. When you share your weaknesses online, you expose yourself to a wide audience that may not have the context, empathy, or understanding to respond appropriately. This can amplify feelings of insecurity and make it harder to move forward. Ultimately, vulnerability is a powerful tool, but it must be wielded wisely. It's not about hiding your struggles or pretending to be invincible. It's about choosing when, how, and with whom to share your truth. By protecting your weaknesses and sharing them thoughtfully, you create a foundation of trust, support, and inner strength that allows you to navigate life's challenges with grace and resilience. As we close today, let me remind you that life is like a masterpiece crafted with care, detail, and purpose. But every masterpiece has elements hidden in the shadows, parts that aren't exposed to the public eye. These hidden aspects are not weaknesses, they are the foundation of what makes the visible parts so beautiful and powerful. Similarly, in our lives, not everything is meant to be shared. The strength of your journey comes from what you choose to protect. Think about it. The greatest achievements, the deepest connections, and the most authentic personal growth often happen when the world isn't watching. When you guard your dreams, your vulnerabilities and your private life, you are protecting the very essence of who you are. You are ensuring that your energy is directed toward creating something meaningful rather than seeking external validation. The 5 things we've discussed, your vision, income, family conflicts, charitable acts and weaknesses are sacred. When you choose to keep them private, you give yourself the freedom to nurture them without interference, judgment or exploitation. Privacy isn't secrecy, it's empowerment. It's the ability to live authentically and intentionally, allowing your results and your character to speak louder than your words ever could. In a world that often demands transparency and oversharing, choosing discretion is a radical act of self-respect. It's a statement that says, I value myself enough to protect the parts of my life that matter most. And when you make that choice, you become unstoppable, not because you've shared everything, but because you focused on what truly matters and guarded your energy with purpose. Remember, your life is yours to shape. You don't need applause for every success, validation for every struggle, or recognition for every good deed. What you achieve in silence will eventually speak volumes. What you protect will grow stronger, and what you keep sacred will become the cornerstone of a life filled with authenticity, strength, and fulfillment. As you leave today, I want you to carry this message in your heart. You don't have to be everything to everyone. You don't have to prove your worth to the world. Instead, focus on building a life that is meaningful to you. Guard your vision, honor your privacy, and live in alignment with your values. The right people will see your light without you having to broadcast it, and your impact will resonate in ways far greater than words ever could. So, protect what's sacred. Let your actions speak for themselves. And remember, sometimes the most powerful thing you can do is keep the world guessing while you quietly create something extraordinary. Thank you.